And welcome back. You may not know it, but research has shown that nationwide, 3 out of 5 dentists think turning back time is a major cause of tooth decay. So get out your toothbrush, because here we go. All right. Jesse Owens, August 4th, 1936. The black American track star Jesse Owens upsets Adolf Hitler's theory of Aryan superiority by winning his second gold medal in the 1936 Summer Olympics held in Nazi Germany and known as Hitler's Games. He won this gold medal for the long jump and would go on to win a total of 4 gold medals. Shortly before the Olympics, the founder of what would become the Adidas Shoe Company persuaded Owens to wear a pair of his company's shoes. This was the first sponsorship for a male African-American athlete. Happy birthday to Nicolas Jacques Conté, born August 4th, 1755, French painter. He invented the modern pencil. He developed the process of combining powdered graphite with clay and pressing it between 2 wooden halves. And he didn't stab himself with a pencil. He was injured in an explosion that took his eye. Okay, August 5th, 1914, Cleveland, Ohio installs the first electric traffic light. Now, that's not a picture of that light, okay? At the intersection of Euclid Avenue and East 105th Street, it had 2 colors, red and green, and a buzzer to provide a warning for color changes. Happy birthday to Anita Colby, born August 5th, 1914, one of America's first supermodels, known as The Face. She was the first model to earn $100 per hour. She turned down marriage proposals from Clark Gable and James Stewart. And Maddie, I don't expect you to know who that is.
Is that Jimmy Stewart?
It's a big deal. That's Jimmy Stewart.
Okay.
And Clark Gable was, you know, Clark
Brett
Gable.
Butler.
That's it.
Uh-huh.
All right. August 6, 1926, Gertrude Ederle of New York completed the 21-mile swim of the English Channel in 14 hours and 34 minutes, almost 2 hours faster than the current men's record. Her record stood until 1950. She had previously won 3 Olympic gold medals, including a gold at the 1924 Summer Olympics. Ederle was hard of hearing since childhood due to measles, and by the 1940s, she was almost completely deaf. She went on to teach swimming to deaf children. Happy birthday to Lucille Ball. Lucy.
Oh, I love Lucy.
Yes, born August 6, 1911. American Emmy-winning comedian with I Love Lucy, The Lucy Show. She and husband Desi Arnaz created the television show I Love Lucy, and in 1962, Ball became the first woman to run a major television studio, which is Desilu Productions, whose productions included I Love Lucy, Mission Impossible, The Untouchables, and Star Trek. She's the one who got Star Trek on TV. Yes. Desilu Productions also pioneered a number of TV production methods, such as filming before a live studio audience with a number of cameras. They perfected the 3-camera shoot and distinct sets adjacent to each other. The standard at the time was to broadcast live in New York and use a lower quality kinescope for the rest of the country. Desi Arnaz wanted to film the shows live so that all audience received high quality image, all right? Network executives considered the use of film too expensive, so Arnaz agreed to cover the cost in exchange for the rights to the prints. As a result, Desilu made a fortune from the reruns in what is considered one of the shrewdest deals in television history.
Wow.
All right, August 7, 1942, Battle of Guadalcanal, the first major U.S. offensive in the Pacific theater of war during World War II. U.S. Marines launched a surprise attack on the Japanese, who were building an air base, forcing them to evacuate in February 1943. The U.S. victory marked the turning point in the war. During the battle, the USS Juneau was sunk, killing the Fighting Sullivan brothers. There's a movie all about that. One of the saddest moments in movie history is in that movie. The death of the 5 Sullivan brothers was the greatest military loss by any one American family during World War II. The 5 brothers from Iowa had enlisted in the U.S. Navy with the stipulation that they all serve together. And that's why they won't let brothers and things serve together now.
Oh my gosh.
A happy birthday to Billy Burke. Look at this. Okay, you know.
Oh,
good
wow.
bitch. All right. Her full name is Mary William Ethelbert Appleton Burke. Yes. Born August 7th, 1884. Wizard of Oz, Glinda, the Good Witch of the North. She was married to Ziegfeld Follies producer Florenz Ziegfeld Jr. August 8, 1975, the singer Hank Williams Jr. falls 442 feet while climbing Ajax Mountain in Montana. His injuries required reconstructive surgery to his face, and he had to relearn to talk and sing. The accident happened a month after recording his breakthrough album, Hank Williams Jr. and Friends, that would be released later that year. And a happy birthday to Esther Williams, born August 8, 1921, American swimmer, actress known as Hollywood's Mermaid. Williams set multiple national and regional swimming records in her late teens. As part of the Los Angeles Athletic Club swim team, she was prevented from competing in the 1940 Olympics due to the outbreak of World War II. However, she did serve as a commentator for synchronized swimming in the 1984 Summer Olympics. She was her film was $1 Million Mermaid. And finally, what do you call a laughing motorcycle?
What do you call a laughing motorcycle?
Yeah.
A motor.
Close. How about a Yamaha?
A Yamaha. There you go. Love that. That is so interesting, especially the Anita, the model that was proposed.
The face?
The face.
Yes.
How could she turn down Clark Gable? I mean, Jimmy Stewart, I understand, but Clark Gable?
Wait a minute.
What?
Wait, you understand Jimmy Stewart?
Yes. He's just tall and lanky
And your cards and letters. Everybody loved Jimmy Stewart.
Well, I didn't say I didn't love him. I love him in A Christmas Story. What is that? What it is? What's it called? Miracle on 30. Whatever Christmas movie he is in, and he wants to, wishes for a different life. Anyways, you guys, lots more fun coming up your way on Unscripted. We'll be right back.
Well, yeah.